The second round of the NBA playoffs is upon us as we get ready for Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. From Amway Center in downtown Orlando, tonight the Orlando Magic getting set to match up with the Toronto Raptors. Alongside Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Magic coming into play. They're rested, they're ready to go, and they'll have home court advantage to begin here in Games 1 and 2.
And I'll tell you what, I am looking forward to this series right here. This is going to be a dogfight. We got a couple of teams that match up very well. I can see this one going to length. Yes, 7 games. That's how even these teams are.
Lowry. To Thompson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Now that's a contest. In the front court, it's Augustine. Just getting going here in Game 1. To Gordon. Has a chance and scores on the step back. Unguardable, Jay.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Lowry to Gasol. Pascal Siakam to Thompson. Yes, Klay Thompson missed his first. That one goes.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
To Vucevic. Isaac. Here comes the screen. Gordon to Vucevic. Marc Gasol pins it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Vucevic. Gordon. To Vucevic. Marc Gasol snatching it out of the air.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. Now a steal as the Magic have it.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
Augustine with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. That pass taken away by Toronto.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Lowry to Gasol. Gets a shot up off the mark. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Isaac to Aaron Gordon. Nothing going here on that drive. Missed a wide open look.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chip.
Here comes the screen. Fournier to Gordon. Now a steal as the Raptors have it. Yes, Klay Thompson. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Here comes the screen. Isaac to Vucevic. Marc Gasol able to recover with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Toronto has the basketball to Thompson. Reset here. Let's see what they do. Missed it. Not much more you can ask for from the defense there.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Gordon to Fournier. Trying to cash in. No good. No daylight. Great defense.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Thompson to Gasol. Short jumper off the mark. Gordon. Can't connect from inside. To Thompson. Fires the three and splash. Klay Thompson, quick catch and shoot there for three.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Fournier against the former Cougar. That ball's out of bounds. Last touch by a Magic. Toronto with the basketball. Fred VanVleet. To Thompson. For three. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Fultz into the front court. Right now, down 7. Fournier to Fultz. Off the assist.
Had a difficult first quarter. Couldn't really find his rhythm, but you got 3 more left to play.
Deep three at the buzzer. We've reached the end of the first quarter here in Game 1. Back with more after this. It's the second round of the Eastern Conference Playoffs on EA Sports. On to the second quarter. Neither team sees control in the first. Some interesting things, though, certainly on display.
And we're exceeding the speed limit. These guys are playing fast. And the thing I love about it the most, there's entertainment in this game. Guys are looking away after they shoot the ball. Guys are clapping. Guys are energetic. This is why you love this sport.
Fred VanVleet, they'll get it down to Thompson. Wes Iwundu with a piece. Dirk Nowitzki, he's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
To Thompson. Ibaka. To Wade. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock, and he buries it.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Fultz with the basketball. 5-point game. Has a look. Deep 2 there, won't go.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
Nice finish at the rim.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Markelle Fultz. To Mo Bamba. The Magic with 4 to shoot. 4-3. Raptors have the rebound. Fred VanVleet to Wade. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Dwayne Wade trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. The free throw, good. Cashes in on the three-point play. The lead now stands at 10. Augustine with it up top. He'll run the offense. Isaac. Marc Gasol sends it away. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marc Gasol. And scores. Strong take.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Thompson to Wade. Here comes the screen. Marc Gasol. 2-of-4 now.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
In the front court, it's Augustine. Trailing by 10. Gets to the basket and scores.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Here comes the screen. Lowry. They work it down to Gasol. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marc Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why he can get you 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
Shot clock. It's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Has a chance. Gordon shot misses. Gets it in the right corner. Thompson, down low Gasol. Shot from in close, no good. Augustine with the basketball. They find themselves down 10. Gordon. Augustine against Klay Thompson. Trying to cash in. Not that time.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
To Gasol. Marc Gasol. 4 out of 7.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Both squads set to make some moves right now. To Fournier. To Aaron Gordon. Not that time. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Under a minute to go before halftime. To Gasol. No good. Augustine with it up top. Down 12. Nothing going here on that drive. Isaac to Vucevic. Won't go down. To Lowry. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. Desperation shot here from half court. It's halftime here in Game 1. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Raptors certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half. And they've been showing off some excellent shooting. And it's ultimately points that win games. So if they can keep this up, there's a great chance they can finish with a victory. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Toronto Raptors. The Magic did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Orlando Magic.
Game track. Field goals.
As long as there's time left on the game clock, no lead is truly safe. They just have to be ready to seize every opportunity in the second half.
Player of the half.
Marc Gasol is doing everything he can on defense to get the win. He's blocking shots, he's getting steals, and he's setting the tone for his team.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Orlando has it. Fournier to Gordon. Here comes the screen. Takes stock of the floor. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. They lead it by 14. Gordon rejects it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Has a look. Add 2 points to the board.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. Lowry to Thompson. Nikola Vucevic tips it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To Fournier. Here comes the screen. Fournier to Vucevic. Baseline drive. Short jumper won't go down.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Fournier to Aaron Gordon. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Lowry to Gasol, down low. Marc Gasol, he's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
To Fournier. Thompson to bring it into the front court. His guys leading by 14. Count it, and the foul. He's going to the line for a free throw.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Klay Thompson at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. In the front court, it's Augustine. Looking to make something happen. Nikola Vucevic swats it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marc Gasol. Orlando ball. Here comes the screen. That pass taken away by Toronto.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Thompson to Lowry. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Augustine with the basketball. Down a bundle. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. To Gordon. Oh, had him going there for a second. And he'll head to the line.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting report. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
And hits the first free throw. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Lowry into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Well done, Kyle Lowry. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2. Coach of the Magic will use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. substitution being made in this one. Fultz. Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go. To Powell. Lowry to Gasol. It was right there. Magic basketball. Markelle Fultz. To Mo Bamba. Goes to the right side. Beyond the arc for three. That's off the side of the rim, short. Lowry with it. Final minutes of play in this third quarter. To Wade. Nothing going here on that drive. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Oh, he had it. Lowry into the front court. They can get a 2-for-1 if they hurry. They work it down to Gasol. He was hacked. They let it go. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration. Fultz into the front court. His guys down big. Vucevic with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
Deep three at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The fourth quarter coming up. It's been all Raptors. Raptors ball as we get going here in the fourth. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Fultz with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Marc Gasol sends it away. Blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Fultz. Navigates through traffic but can't finish. Toronto has the basketball. Probing the defense. Has a chance. The shot by Lowry misses. To Fultz. Trying to cash in. Not that time. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. His guys hold a commanding lead. Here comes the screen. Lowry to Nowitzki. Has a look. Off the mark. Well contested. Magic own the possession to Mo Bamba. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size. But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
To Mo Bamba. A lot of contact. No whistle. Lowry to Wade. Screen coming. Fine to shoot. Wade. Oh, Jay, he's shaking his head. The guilty party. He knows it's better to be lucky than good.
Or he knows it was just a really bad shot that just happened to go in. But sometimes when the basketball heavens drop a gift in your lap, you take it.
New blood coming in for both sides. Markelle Fultz. To Mo Bamba. Able to convert inside.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Lowry to Wade. Pascal Siakam. To Wade. It goes down.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Aaron Gordon. To Fultz. Trying to cash in. Fultz with a shot off the mark. Lowry to Wade. Driving right to the basket. Pascal Siakam to Wade. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. Markelle Fultz. Not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come.
You see, this is why players get out here hours before the game and they get a really good lather.
Lowry to Wade.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Fultz. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now. Lowry to Thompson. Shot from the lane won't go. Isaac. To Gordon. 5 on the shot clock. Gordon. It's rebounded by Gasol.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, that's a scary thing to watch.
Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer, it's the Raptors with the victory. They've jumped down front, 1-0 in this best-of-7 series. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors could not have been more dominant in this game. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Toronto Raptors. The Magic really lost big in this matchup, and you can tell it was tough on them. And it's games like this where veteran players can be so important. They've been through these types of blowouts, and they know what it takes to keep a locker room united. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Orlando Magic.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
The Toronto Raptors were able to stretch the defense because of how effectively they were scoring from long range. The opposition couldn't make the necessary adjustments and now have to settle with a loss.
Player of the game.
Marc Gasol put together an incredible game, highlighted by his amazing defense. Not many guys come up with this many blocks and steals.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.